Inside a hyper-modern boardroom, the stage is set for a tech pitch that feels both impossible and strangely inevitable. Representing the hardware is a figure from the early 2000s who made getting a Dell a cultural milestone for every suburban household. Across from him is the face of the Encyclopaedia Britannica, a brand that once stood as the physical, leather-bound gatekeeper of human knowledge. For 90s users, these two brands provided the complete toolkit for the information superhighway. One provided the physical machine, and the other provided the authoritative map to navigate it. By reuniting these icons, the pitch taps into a deep-seated nostalgia, attempting to borrow the trust we once had in physical manuals and beige towers to sell us something entirely digital. The proposal is massive. They're promising a Dell Dude 2.0 AI chatbot and a platform offering instant scholarship through a proprietary algorithm. Yet, as the presentation continues, the actual mechanics of the technology remain elusive. It's unclear if this is a search engine, a social media rival, or a virtual reality archive. This lack of clarity follows a specific pattern in the modern tech industry, where the public launch of an AI tool often happens long before anyone has identified a practical use for it. In this environment, a total absence of technical detail functions as a feature. It allows the hype to grow unchecked by the limitations of actual software. The mascots are attempting to bridge the gap between two eras, trying to apply the logic of the 90s hardware boom to the invisible, algorithmic world we live in now. Back then, data was a physical reality, constrained by the size of mechanical spinning platters. Today, it's an abstract concept living on remote servers. Using a computer used to be a solitary act of quiet focus. Now, we are constantly submerged in the overlapping noise of endless, algorithmically curated feeds. This shift happened so quickly that many people still look for familiar, authoritative voices to help them make sense of the digital chaos. Eventually, the lack of a real product becomes impossible to ignore. As the corporate facade collapses, the truth comes out. The startup doesn't exist. This reveal is the surreal swerve. Using a startup template, founders, product, and market, they built expectations. But the internal mechanism was a conceptual art project. Press releases and AI graphics tested our credulity, proving audiences primed with nostalgia will accept an information vacuum. This experiment indicates that in the modern tech landscape, the audience's willingness to believe can be more valuable to a brand than the software they are actually building. These informed illusions show how easily a friendly face can be used to humanize faceless, complex technology. The early days of tech were defined by this: cluttered offices, tangled cables, and the visible effort of people trying to make things work. Today, that friction is hidden behind polished AI interfaces. It raises the question, when the next revolutionary tool is announced, how can we tell if it's a genuine step forward or a carefully staged performance? In a culture increasingly comfortable with digital vaporware, the line between a high-stakes business venture and an elaborate prank has become difficult to find.